आपने अभी अपना पहला ईयर कंप्लीट कर लिया मिरांडा हाउस में। व्हाट वुड यू से वर द एक्सपेक्टेशंस दैट मिरांडा हाउस फुलफिल्ड एंड द वंस इट डिड नॉट? मेरे लिए एंड जो भी इस साल कॉलेज शुरू करेगा, थोड़ी टिप्स बता दीजिए ताकि उतना स्ट्रेस ना हो जितना आपको हुआ था। 67% का थ्रेशोल्ड होता है। लाइक इज इट रियली स्ट्रिक्ट और थोड़े थोड़ा नॉट सो स्ट्रिक्ट? फिलोसफी ऑनर्स में पढ़ाते क्या है एग्जैक्टली? हाउ डज इट होल्ड अप अगेंस्ट कोर्सेज लाइक पॉलिटिकल साइंस वगैरह वगैरह? क्योंकि मैंने कुछ करियर काउंसलर्स को कहते हुए सुना है कि इट्स नॉट वेरी एम्प्लॉयबल। Ananta Behrali is currently pursuing philosophy honors from NIRF number 1 college in the whole country, Miranda House. She also has a page dedicated to writing about movies and is also one of my seniors. I think हम दोनों के views regarding life are pretty similar and मुझे मज़ा आया really to ask questions to her and I think तुम लोगों को भी answers सुनने में मज़ा आएगा. So wait क्यों करें? Let's get into it. आपने अभी अपना पहला ईयर कंप्लीट कर लिया मिरांडा हाउस में। What would you say were the expectations that Miranda House fulfilled and the ones it did not?
Okay, so as a school student, I really expected and wanted myself to get into a very good college with a good rank and stuff. So I worked hard for it, and yes, I got the so called NIRF number 1 college in Miranda House. And yes, I really had high expectations when I joined the college, and somehow they were fulfilled. At times, they were not. But I believe that if you are an academic student, like a way you love your subject, like you got the course that you wanted, and you are very studious and you like academics, so I believe that Miranda House would be the college for you, because the staff here is very good. The teachers, the professors, they are excellent. They know what they are doing. So I think in that way, it's a very good college. But as far as other things go, like I believe that I think it's somewhere relatable to the other college students as well, regardless of the college, that it may get very stressful and it's very exhausting. You need to make a lot of changes in your schedule to actually get things done. So yeah, those are the things that a bit of mismanagement happens. But I think it's like the story of every college, I believe. Or maybe it's just my story, I have no idea. But yes, it's just that college is quite different from school. You won't really have that tight schedule that you have to be there in school at 8 o'clock or 7:30, and then 2 o'clock you're all free and you have the rest of the day all by yourself. In college, it's going to take your whole day. Yes. So you'll have to really make sure that you have all your things done at like whenever you get the free time. So yeah, like Miranda House is exhausting. It is very exhausting and it is quite tough to actually manage things. But if you really can tackle that challenge and if you like academics very much, then yes, I think Miranda House is good in that aspect. So that's what I most enjoyed actually. So I think that's the one. Yeah.
Stressful कैसे है?
I guess stressful in just the way that you have a lot of assignments. You also have projects. You also have societies which you can join as per your interest. We have MUNs and dramatic societies and singing societies, dance, all kinds of societies. So if you join the societies and you have your course as well, and you also have about 3 or 4 extra subjects along with the 3 core subjects that you have as per your degree. So you have to manage all of that stuff. So at times it does get challenging, like if your exams are coming up but at the same time a few weeks earlier you have some kind of performance or some kind of thing going on, even going on for your society, and also you have to complete your assignments, like just the time before exams is quite stressful. So I think that's the time I'm mostly talking about, like that margin of time is very stressful. So you have to just manage everything as per your convenience, and it like you have to really stick to yourself and be kind of flexible at the same time. Like it may get chaotic at times more, or maybe sometimes even your classes get cancelled and you have a lot of free time but nothing to do. So that hodgepodge just keeps going on. So you have to be really flexible with that. So yeah, that's quite stressful. At first it is quite stressful, but I think I have got the hint, got the tricks of it now. So I think I can handle it better. So in the first year, it's going to be stressful. It's going to be a bit challenging, but just take on the challenge and just be positive. So I think you will do it.
मेरे लिए एंड जो भी इस साल कॉलेज शुरू करेगा, थोड़ी टिप्स बता दीजिए ताकि उतना स्ट्रेस ना हो जितना आपको हुआ था।
टिप्स तो मुझे भी और पता चले तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा, बट जो भी अभी तक मैंने सीखा है, आई थिंक द फर्स्ट वन इज दैट यू हैव टू बी फ्लेक्सिबल, एज आई सेड, that you have to be flexible with whatever is going on in college, and you have to really the second one I would say is that you have to really make sure what you actually want to spend your time into, because time is the whole thing. Like you just have those 24 hours all by yourself, and you have to, like, if you're a distant student, or you if you're living in the PG like this, the story is quite different. So for me, I have to travel 2 hours to go to college and also to come back. So back and forth I have to travel 2 hours. So total in a day, if I am attending college, it's 4 hours of travel. So in that, I really have to see how I can do things while I'm in the metro, and then I reach college and do all of those stuff that what happens in college. So yeah, be flexible, and also just know what you have to devote your time into. Like if you're joining the societies, really make sure that you're joining the ones you actually know you like. Like just keep exploring. Don't just stick to the schedule and stick to the things that you thought that okay, if I join college, I will really join this society because I love this. Like we all have this thing that when I join college, I will join this society because I know I'm good at this. But when you join it and you see the scenario, you really have to see if you can actually get through that challenge. So just be flexible and know what you really want to do with the time that you have in college. And also just, yeah, I will be flexible and just be open to new ideas and people. Yeah, because there's going to be a lot kind of people in college. They come from all over the country, or if you're an abroad student, there's going to be a lot of change in culture and people, and the people that you're going to come through. So yeah, just you just have to be open. Like in one line, I think I'm just repeating myself, but yeah, you just have to be flexible and open to all the new ideas and all the new people that you're going to see.
आई वुड आल्सो एग्री कि स्कूल में 6 लाइक क्या 8 टू 2 टाइमिंग्स होती है ना, दैट्स वो प्री-डिफाइंड होती है। इन कॉलेज में आई फ़ील जितना भी मैंने सुना है लोगों से, जितनी भी बात की है, यू बिकम गुड एट टाइम
Yeah, you
मैनेजमेंट।
definitely do. Yeah,
या
definitely do.
एंड आप हर रोज़ जाते हो कॉलेज?
I try to, kabhi kabar nahi bhi. But again, like you have to meet that attendance level. For me, in DU colleges, it's 67%. You have to have 67% of attendance to give the exams. So yeah, I just try to stick with that and just like be aware and be just like go to college actually. Yeah, I try my best to attend daily. Yeah.
जो 67% का थ्रेशोल्ड होता है, लाइक इज़ इट रियली स्ट्रिक्ट और थोड़े थोड़ा नॉट सो स्ट्रिक्ट?
I mean, it is strict. Like for me in the first time, I was very like a very diligent student going to college. So yeah, I'm going to stick with the things, the syllabus, and I'm going to really study and just attend the classes. But really, if you come, like if you really think about it, it is strict, and you should be strict. I would really suggest all of you people, please attend your classes and be strict with the schedule, and attend your classes, please. Like just get the 67% attendance because you're going to like it personally. It just feels good to know that you have studied and you have attended the classes and you have you have got that attendance. But yeah, sometimes it does get flexible because if you're doing the society work, you can get some kind of, you can write some letter and then you can submit it to the administration, so they will give you some margin, some flexibility. But yeah, I would really suggest, please attend your classes and meet that 67% criteria. But yeah, sometimes it is flexible for some students. Yeah, I won't say it's absolutely just strict that you have to do this, like it happens in school that you have to do this or it just won't happen, right? Like you just can't give your exams. It doesn't happen really that often that people are not allowed to give the exams. They are made to give the exams even if their attendance doesn't meet, but there are certain criteria for that. Like you have to actually show what you have done instead of studies. So you have to actually show what you have done in societies, or if you have participated in something or any kind of thing because of which you couldn't attend your classes, or a medical leave or any kind of thing. Yeah, so you have to actually show that.
मैंने ये क्वेश्चन अरहंत से भी पूछा था, वो हंसराज में है एंड उसने बोला था कि उसके कॉलेज में ज़्यादा गड़बड़ नहीं हुई थी पर कोई और कॉलेज था जिसमें डिटेन कर दिया था, आई थिंक हिंदू था। हाँ, एंड फिर भी उसने बोला था कि इवन दो अगर फ्लेक्सिबल ना हो, स्टिल अगर फ्लेक्सिबल हो सॉरी, स्टिल अटेंड क्लासेस।
Yes, yeah.
एंड जिन लोगों को यूजुअली इतना लीव भी मिलता है कि वो क्लासेस अटेंड ना करे, वो वैसे बंदे होते हैं जिन्होंने 6 सोसाइटीज़ जॉइन की होती है।
Yeah, exactly.
तो बेसिकली इफ यू डोंट वांट टू अटेंड क्लासेस, डू समथिंग,
Yeah.
पर तुम्हें खाली बैठे रहने से कोई फ्रीडम नहीं देगा।
एंड पर्सनली भी आपको क्यों इतना अच्छा लगेगा कि आप अटेंड क्लासेस भी अटेंड नहीं कर रहे हो एंड एट द सेम टाइम आप कुछ और भी नहीं कर रहे हो, है ना? कॉलेज से रिलेटेड अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ में तो कोई बात नहीं, बट कॉलेज को आपको दिखाना पड़ेगा कि आप स्टडीज के अलावा क्या ऐसा कर रहे हो। एंड पर्सनली भी आपको नहीं वही अच्छा नहीं लगेगा कि आप कुछ टाइम स्पेंड करो अगर आप कॉलेज में हो, यू मस्ट बी डूइंग समथिंग विद इट, राइट? Like you must be doing something with your time. At least it goes for me. Like I really try to just know what I'm doing and just do something strictly. So like if I'm in class, I will really try to just focus on the class completely. And if I'm not in class, yeah, definitely I'll enjoy with my friends. And if I'm home and I have some free time to relax, I will go to sleep, I will have a nap. So I really just try to just make the best of my time. So I would really appreciate and actually encourage students to do that, because it really helps. It really helps with your self confidence as well. Like you just feel good about yourself. That's all. It's all about you.
बट आई थिंक लोग इसलिए लाइक उतनी चीज़ें नहीं करते कॉलेज में। आई थिंक वन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट इज़ लोगों को कंफर्ट ज़ोन से निकलना अच्छा नहीं लगता, राइट? एंड मैंने सुना है कि डीयू में बहुत लाइक सोसाइटीज़ जॉइन करने के लिए भी बहुत कॉम्पिटिशन होता है।
Hmm.
एंड लाइक कॉम्पिटिशन इज़ स्ट्रेसफुल। जैसे मेरा स्कूल था, सर्वोत्तम था, वहाँ पे उतना कॉम्पिटिशन नहीं था जब मैं आया, तो मैं बहुत चीज़ों के लिए सेलेक्ट हो गया था एंड उसने मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस डेफिनिटली बूस्ट किया। बट अगर मैं एक अनकॉन्फिडेंट बच्चा होता एंड सडनली मुझे एक बहुत बड़ी कॉलेज में फेंक दिया एंड बोला कि जाओ, यू नो करो जो करना है, इट वुड बी स्ट्रेसफुल। इट लाइक व्हाई वुड यू वांट टू गेट आउट ऑफ योर कंफर्ट जोन अगर हमारे पास एक चॉइस होती कि तुम घर पे बैठे रह सकते हो एंड नॉट फेस एनीथिंग नेगेटिव बिकॉज ऑफ इट।
अब वो तो है, इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पर्सन, द स्टूडेंट। वो सब्जेक्टिविज्म तो आता ही है कि सबकी लाइफ डिफरेंट है, सबके चैलेंजेस डिफरेंट है, सबके माइंडसेट भी डिफरेंट है। तो अगर किसी को नहीं करना है, वो कुछ भी उसको मना लो, वो नहीं कर पाएगा, है ना? उसका पर्सनली जब तक आपका अंदर से कन्विक्शन नहीं है कुछ करने का, आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, और ना ही कोई और आपको इतना फोर्स कर पाएगा। तो वही है, लाइक इट्स जस्ट अ वेरी सब्जेक्टिव मैटर दैट यू हैव ओपनड अप। तो हाँ, बट अगेन लाइक इट्स जस्ट रियली ऑल अबाउट योर सेल्फ। आपको जो करना है, जस्ट वर्क अपॉन इट। अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हो, जस्ट बी अवेयर ऑफ योर एक्शंस कि अगर आप नहीं कर रहे हो अभी, सो यू मस्ट नो व्हाट द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेज आर। सो यू मस्ट नो, यू मस्ट हैव अ प्लान कि ओके अभी अगर नहीं हो पा रहा, बाई चांस कोई रीजन भी है, ठीक है, फैमिली रीजन है, इवन हेल्थ रीजन है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, वी नेवर नो अबाउट अ पर्सन। तो अगर वो भी है, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि आगे जाके जो टाइम मेरे पास होगा, आगे जो मैं कॉलेज में करने वाला हूँ या करने वाली हूँ, या जो उसके बाद भी ग्रेजुएशन के बाद मुझे कुछ करना है, तो मैं वो क्या करना चाहती हूँ, मेरा ऐसा क्या गोल है जो मुझे अचीव करना है। तो वो एक आपका माइंडसेट थोड़ा डेवलप होना चाहिए अपने बारे में, because in the end it's your life. In the end, no one is going to be there for you till the end of your life, and like beside yourself. So you must kind of just have the idea that what I'm doing with my own self, with my time. And if I don't have any plans right now, if I have a lot of confusion right now about my own self and my dreams, that's okay too. You have enough time in your life, but just know that like right now you must try to, if you don't know what, okay, retake. If you don't know what you're going to do right now at this moment, then you must try new things, right? So you just try new things, you see what you may actually like. So that's about it. Like just, you can't convince, and like no one can convince you enough other than yourself. So just try to do that a lot. Yeah.
सोसाइटीज के बारे में अगर बात करें, मेरे एक दोस्त ने बोला था कि ही थिंक्स सोसाइटीज आर अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, क्योंकि यू हैव टू join a society and be there every day for 4 hours to practice and like 4 घंटे रहना पड़ता है।
Hmm.
अच्छा, एंड डू यू थिंक इट्स अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम? आपने सोसाइटीज जॉइन की है आई थिंक 1-2, कौन-कौन सी की है?
मैंने ड्रामेटिक सोसाइटी ज्वाइन की थी व्हेन आई फर्स्ट एंटर्ड कॉलेज, बिकॉज आई रियली लव इट. Simply, I just love theater. I love doing nukkad nataks. I have even written scripts in school. So I just knew that this is the thing that I would like. Like I first talked about it, right? Like you just have this idea कि आप कॉलेज में जाके क्या करोगे, आपका पहले से होता है कि अगर ये सोसाइटी है तो मैं यही ज्वाइन करूंगी, बिकॉज मुझे पता है ये मुझे पसंद है. तो मैंने वो ज्वाइन की थी, ड्रामेटिक सोसाइटी. But then in the end, it didn't work out for me and I had to leave, because again, it was very time consuming, very exhausting, and it was beneficial. It was for a good cause and we were actually learning stuff. But I really couldn't just get my priorities set that way. And I had to, like, again, I had to travel 4 hours every single day, and then 4 hours in the society plus college and academics. So that really put a burden on me, like 8 hours just for this. I just couldn't really set that right in my mind. So I had to leave it. But again, like I have seen people being in the dramatic society and actually enjoying it because they know that they want to do this. Like they know that, like from this training that I'm getting from this dramatic society at the moment, I know that I want to become an actor. So this is beneficial for me. But for me, I really couldn't really relate it with myself. I knew I loved scripts and I like writing and I even love theater. I would love to have continued with it if it wasn't so time taking. But again, if you have to learn something, you actually have to take out time. You have to dedicate time. So yeah, it just didn't fit right with me and I had to leave. So I'm currently just working on myself right now by myself, like writing some stuff. So yeah, it's just all about that. Like आपका time तो जाएगा उसमें definitely. They require time because they actually train you for the thing. Like if you're joining the immune society, they will actually make you do immunes very properly and they will actually make you just prepare for it and even train you for it. And if you're joining the dance society and performing societies, most of the performing societies, they are the toughest because in that you actually have to train yourself every single day. You have to better yourself every single day. But those who join it know that they have to do this in the future. Like that is their dream. So they continue with it. But for me, it just didn't align. So I had to leave. But there are other societies. It's not that all of the societies demand 4 hours of your day every single day. There are some societies which are quite lighter. Like you can join a magazine of your department. Like I did, I joined my magazine, and it was fine. I had to just write the article, and we had some meetings, and then I submitted them about like fortnightly. So that was pretty easy for me. So there are other options as well. It's not that all the societies. You can't really say that all societies are time taking. That's not really true. There are different divisions of it. Performing societies are the toughest, definitely, because they need that thing, they need that time. But there are other options as well. So you can join as per it suffices you. Yeah.
आप फिलॉसफी ऑनर्स कर रही है। हाउ डज़ इट होल्ड अप अगेंस्ट कोर्सेज़ लाइक पॉलिटिकल साइंस वगैरह-वगैरह? क्योंकि मैंने कुछ करियर काउंसलर्स को कहते हुए सुना है कि इट्स नॉट वेरी एम्प्लॉयबल, जबकि मेनी पीपल स्टडी इट। सो लाइक व्हाट्स द ट्रुथ?
Okay, I don't know such a thing as truth. As a philosophy student, that itself is a joke because nobody knows the truth. Truth is just subjective and all of those things. But okay, philosophy is an interesting subject. I actually wanted to do English honors because I had a natural interest in books and literature and English and poetry. So I thought that English honors is the subject for me. So I really had the goal of going into that. But at the same time, like I actually filled the form for philosophy honors as well because who knows, like it's just fine to fill an option, like it's okay. So I just filled the form for English honors and philosophy. That's it, no other subject, because I knew this is where my interest lies. And when I got the admission, it was Miranda House. Like it just wrote there, just one line, Miranda House philosophy honors. And I was pretty disappointed. Like I actually wanted English honors and I wanted Miranda House, but not philosophy. Like really much. My priority was for English. But then I got philosophy and I really thought about it, that should I really actually get myself admitted? Because you get the option, like when once the result is out, you get the option. You can either reject it or accept it. Like the admission. Like I got the seat for Miranda House philosophy honors, I could reject it or accept. So I really thought about it, that should I continue with this or not. But then I did my research, and I found it to be pretty interesting. Like it had a lot of things about other courses and other subjects, and it was pretty good. So I joined it, and I don't regret my decision. Yeah, because philosophy is a subject, even at professors have told us many times that you may think that philosophy, like you won't get a job and all of these things, but to be honest, philosophy is the subject from where the other subjects took place. That is where, like, that is the origin of all subjects at all. Like all of them came through philosophy. So philosophy really helps you develop critical skills. It makes you really think about the world and the universe and every single thing that you can think of. And it's really connected with other subjects as well. So if you want to go into law, philosophy is going to be definitely helpful. And if you want to go into policy or pol science or even UPSC, many people actually want to do UPSC from my batch. So, it's very helpful for them because it really makes you think about things and it is very critical. Like there is this, we studied this paper recently in my second semester, and it was from Socrates. So Socrates was one of the most prominent philosophers of his time and in our time as well. Like he's very prominently studied, and he wrote the book Republic. And in that, it really shows us like all the kinds of arguments that you can have about justice. Like what even is justice? Is justice only the power of the rich people or those who are in power? Or is justice doing the good to your friends or bad to the evil? So all kinds of things. There were many different kinds of arguments in it. And at that moment when I was studying that article, I really thought that, oh my god, like I am actually studying every possibility of what you could say about justice. So there are a lot of things in philosophy which are very helpful. And as far as employment goes, even I don't have any idea. I just I just got done with my first year of college, and I'm still hoping that I learn more things. I really just love my course. That's the thing, that I really love my course and I really love my academics in college. So yeah, currently I'm enjoying it, and I know for sure that it's going to help me because I can see myself, my arguments and my thought process standing out as like in the crowd. Like I just know in my family when I'm discussing things, like they just know that he the philosophy. Like they just know, like they just know that, oh, my arguments like have that kind of a thing of the philosophers. So it really just makes your mind very sharp, and it makes you think critically and analyze things very properly. So if you want to go into journalism, you can write very very good articles, and if you want to write books, then definitely you can have a good articulation. And again, like UPSC, it makes you think about stuff. You can be a good person, to say the least. You can be a good person, and employment is definitely possible. Like look at my professors, they're earning a pretty good thing, right? So I believe philosophy has a scope. Yeah, like I at least I hope so. Yeah, for now I'm enjoying it. The rest is up to the future.
एंड मेरे हिसाब से आई डोंट थिंक ऑल दैट यू शुड गो फॉर इज़ कितनी जॉब एम्प्लॉयमेंट है इस चीज़ की, राइट? एंड जैसे जब मैं रिसर्च कर रहा था डिग्रीज़ के बारे में जो इंडिया में मिल सकती है, मुझे मैं लिबरल आर्ट्स के अक्रॉस आया एंड आई लव्ड द आइडिया ऑफ लिबरल आर्ट्स कि तुम कुछ भी पढ़ सकते हो एंड देन चूज़ व्हाट यू वांट टू डू लेटर, राइट? द थिंग इज़ इतना पॉपुलर नहीं है लिबरल आर्ट्स इंडिया में एंड जहाँ पे मिलता है, दोज़ कॉलेजेस आर वेरी एक्सपेंसिव, राइट? बट आई थिंक स्टिल इवन though मैं जाऊँगा नहीं लिबरल आर्ट्स पढ़ने, आई स्टिल थिंक कि बहुत बेनिफिशियल होगा लिबरल आर्ट्स, राइट? बिकॉज़ बिफोर एनीथिंग एल्स यू आर लर्निंग हाउ टू थिंक एंड इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू थिंक व्हाट डू यू नो, राइट?
Exactly. Yeah.
हुँ। फिलॉसफी ऑनर्स में पढ़ाते क्या है एग्ज़ैक्टली? लाइक जैसे फेमस फिलॉसफीज़ लाइक स्टोइसिज़्म बहुत फेमस है आजकल, प्लेटो, रेनेसांस पीरियड्स के बहुत सारे फिलॉसफर्स हैं। एग्ज़ैक्टली क्या पढ़ाते हैं?
Okay, the philosophy may I'll just tell you the division, like what I've studied exactly. So in first sem we had introduction to philosophy, like what even we study in philosophy, the definition of philosophy, who actually started the idea of philosophy and thinking. So that was one subject, and then we also study Indian philosophy, in which we have Buddhism and Jainism and all kinds of cultural ideologies that we have. So there is materialism, which is called Charvak in Indian philosophy, and then all kinds of Indian philosophy. So we had that one subject, and we also had logic. Now logic is one kind of subject which I believe that maths people are going to love, because in that subject it really makes you work upon how sentences are articulated. Like you have to act, I won't really go into the detail of logic because it's very deep, but it's given by Aristotle. He has that Aristotle's square of opposition. So in that we actually analyze a sentence, like that's it, that's literally it. So in that we have to analyze sentences, the words, and what actual meaning can be derived from them. So when politicians say anything, just any line, just give me any line, like anything.
I woke up to blue curtains.
Okay, very poetic. Okay, so I woke up to blue curtains. So in that, in logic, you will actually break down that sentence, and you will actually try to shift the words and see what meaning can be properly derived from it. Like what does this sentence even mean? Simple. So it's very difficult and it's very interesting too. So in the first time we studied that, I won't go into the detail because it will be a whole lecture of 1 hour. But yeah, that's what we studied. So we had logic, Indian philosophy, and introduction to philosophy. In second semester, we had fundamentals of philosophy, in which we studied Kant. We had Boghossian, who is a very incredible philosopher. We also had Plato, Socrates, Aristotle. We had all three of them in the second semester, and then we also had Greek philosophy. So there are different kinds of subjects. In the first year itself, I studied the majority of the philosophers. So Kant is a very popular philosopher whose philosophies are still up to this date very relevant. So, when you study these philosophies, you actually see how, what the kind of vision the philosophers had that at that time. They weren't just restricted with the societies that they were living in. They were actually kind of thinking into the future. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty mind-blowing when you actually read their articles. So, in the first sem we studied that, and in the coming semesters I believe there will be just extensions of those philosophers and the other works that they published. So yeah, we just studied the major works of the philosophers and basically all the philosophies that are possible in this world. Yeah. It's pretty large, yeah.
मुझे थोड़ा लॉजिक के बारे में और एक्सप्लेन करो। Like let's break down that sentence. I woke up to blue curtains. Like as fast as you can because it seems interesting.
Uh-huh. Okay. For example, okay, in this logic, we don't consider sentences as sentences because usually when we are talking right now, like I'm saying something or you're saying something, we believe that that is the truth, right? We just believe that what we're saying, all the sentences that we are speaking are the truth. But in logic, we don't consider sentences as sentences, but just a construction of words called propositions. Okay, they are just propositions, and propositions are the constructs of the mind which come through our mouth. So they are not, they are either, they can, like, they are not true. Like, when we just saying it, we don't actually consider them true. So we actually go through the whole diagram, we actually go through the whole thing, we deconstruct them. So, okay, we have the propositions, right? We understood the propositions. Now, if there is a proposition of A type, now in A, there is a thing like okay, all butterflies are pink. Okay, so now this one goes for all the kinds of butterflies that ever existed in the world. Ever. Those who have died, those who are still alive, all butterflies are pink. Okay, so for example, we say a proposition that all industrialists are capitalist. Okay, all industrialists are capitalists. We are saying that this is the truth, that all industrialists are definitely capitalists. There can be no other option. Okay. So if we are saying that this is true, then the proposition that some industrialists are not capitalist must be false.
Hmm.
Because because can you think it, like, it's very difficult to analyze in your mind. You have to write it
Oh,
down and see what's going on, because
oh,
it was quite tough. It took a whole 2 weeks for me to understand it.
oh.
Okay, so because we are referring to all industrialists are capitalist, so if you're talking about just some of them, some industrialists are not capitalist, then that must be false, because we're just talking about some of them and they are not capitalist.
Hmm.
So that must be false,
Hmm.
because we just said that all industrialists are capitalist. So
Hmm.
that's how it goes. We just analyze those sentences, not sentences, propositions. We analyze those propositions and we actually see that if this one sentence is said, then what is the possibility of any other derivation that can come out of it, and if that is true.
Hmm.
That's it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's pretty deep. So that's why I said, like, the people who love maths, they are going to love it, because this is a kind of word math for them.
Exactly.
Because we actually you have to break down the sentences and the words very properly.
हाँ, वही मैं सोच रहा था लाइक इट्स वेरी टेक्निकल मुझे लगा नहीं था इतना
It's
टेक्निकल
very
होगा।
technical, very technical,
Hmm.
very technical. So everybody considered this subject to be the most difficult in the first
Oh,
sem.
oh.
But yeah, because it can get tough at times, and they really expected something easy, just a starter for them in the first sem. But I think this is a very crucial one, because in our daily life we just really considered everything as true. Even if two sentences clearly are just false, like right there, two sentences consequently are written there and they are clearly false, but we still consider them as true, even though they are contradictory. So the statements made by politicians, or anyone, any leader or any kind of person, we just consider them as true without analyzing what it could actually mean. So it really goes for those people who love to use their words very properly.
हाँ,
Yeah,
एंड
it's pretty good.
मुझे ये भी लगता है many influencers are not
Uh-huh.
teaching their audience. Many influencers who have a young audience, like जैसे teenagers and people who are younger, they're not teaching them to think rationally. जब मैं like what 15 का था, there was a guy named Hamza Ahmed, एक self improvement का बंदा है वो। उसकी एडवाइस अच्छी थी, डेफ़िनेटली बहुत अच्छी थी, डेफ़िनेटली हेल्प्ड मी इम्प्रूव माय सेल्फ। बट वो एक चीज़ बोलता था जो मैं हमेशा सोचता था कि ये क्या सही है? जो मुझे अब पता है कि सही नहीं है, And that was, don't think for yourself, just do what I tell you to do. And that's obviously not true, right? I mean, जब तुम यंग होते हो, what your parents tell you to do, you should do that क्योंकि तुम यंग होते हो, right? But as you're growing older, if you only rely on other people to tell you what you need to do, you won't ever grow up, even though you're physically, what, 50 years old, right? And ये मुझे सही नहीं लगता क्योंकि if, you know,
मुझे भी सही नहीं लगता।
most of the problems exist क्योंकि people are not thinking clearly. बस ऐसे ही blindly believe कर रहे हैं.
आई एग्री विद दैट, आई एग्री। बिकॉज बट देन अगेन उसको टाइम लगता है। आप एक टाइम पे जो सोचते हो, जस्ट इमेजिन योर 13-year-old सेल्फ। आई एम 19 राइट नाउ, यू मस्ट बी व्हाट 18 आई गेस। Yeah, huh. So just imagine your 13-year-old self right now. What they must be doing right now, like whatever you're doing in your life right now, what their reaction would be, what their action to that thing would be. So it takes time. It takes time to actually grow as a person and realize some things. Because right now I know a lot of things as compared to this 13-year-old self that I was. Like it takes time. But then again, we must be actually taught since childhood. I really appreciate that you said that. Like we must really be encouraged to really think about our own self by ourselves. Because if we don't do that, it takes years and years and years to actually know what we actually want. And that leads to existential crisis. So we just actually must be able to think about our own self. Yes. Not just follow the rules and stick to the rules. No, not always.
How would you say कि you've improved your thinking? Obviously, philosophy honors, but
Obviously, philosophy, huh?
way I did that was through writing, right? Because writing has helped me a lot, like to become more conscientious, ज़्यादा काम करने के लिए, to figure out क्या-क्या blind spots है मेरी personality में. Writing has been of a tremendous help to me. What helped you to weed out the thoughts that aren't right?
I think we both are the same in that way. I think reading and writing. Because ever since childhood, my mother plays a very important role here. Like she always encouraged me to read. Just read. Take any book and read. Whenever you're free, just read anything. Just she would just give me a book and read. So I think that really helped me understand that I am not the only person in the world. There can be other stories, there can be other impressions of things, there can be other thought processes. So yeah, reading definitely helped because that way I could really see that there are other people in the world and other thought processes, and also writing. Because reading helps you to take in the different opinions and even like watching films. But films came later in my life. I would credit my thinking abilities mostly to books because they just really helped me a lot earlier in childhood. And then writing, because by writing you can actually know what you think about something. Because once you read a story in the book, you really like it, but you may also think that okay, this character didn't do something right. Simple, they killed somebody or they just took a revenge or anything. So by writing, you can actually understand why you think that that character is wrong. So that's how it helps. Reading and writing go together in this way. So that really helped me understand things in my life and really build a rational thinking.
एंड राइटिंग से एक और चीज़ होती है जो मैंने नोटिस की है, व्हेन यू आर जस्ट थिंकिंग तुम एक साथ 2-2 चीज़ें सोच सकते हो और तुम्हें पता भी नहीं चलेगा तुम 2-2 चीज़ें सोच रहे हो। लाइक एक साइड पे आई थिंक ही डिड द राइट थिंग, दूसरी साइड पे नो आई डिडन्ट, आई थिंक ही डिड द रॉन्ग थिंग एंड वो दोनों एक साथ चल रहे हैं एंड यू आर लाइक द द द द द ब्ला 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 हो रहा है पूरे दिमाग में। सो राइटिंग आल्सो हेल्प्स क्लियर द माइंड, है ना? जब मैं बिगिनिंग में राइटिंग शुरू की थी मैंने, आई यूज्ड टू डू दैट बिफोर आई वेंट टू स्लीप एंड इतनी अच्छी नींद आती थी मुझे उस टाइम पे, लाइक अभी भी आती है, अभी मैं करता हूँ कभी-कभी व्हेन आई फील ओवरवेल्म्ड, बट honestly people sometimes think कि writing or sometimes journaling is a little girly and भाई क्या कर रहा है? क्यों कर रहा है? लड़की है क्या? It's उन्होंने ट्राई नहीं किया कभी, है ना? एंड इफ यू डोंट ट्राई समथिंग स्पेशली राइटिंग यू डोंट नो हाउ बेनिफिशियल इट इज़।
Exactly. If it helps, it helps. We just know what it means to us, so we do it. Yeah.
वही बात है, गेटिंग आउट ऑफ योर कम्फर्ट ज़ोन।
We tried something, we tried writing, articulating our thoughts. It worked for us, so we continue. That's it. Yeah, some people didn't, so that's their fault. That's okay. Hope they do. I hope they do soon. I hope
हाँ,
they write soon. Yeah, it really helps.
until then बेकार सोते रहो. Movies have played a big role in your life too, right?
Mhm.
What are your favorite movies?
Easiest question on earth, huh? But nah. Okay. I really knew that you would ask this question, so I thought about it a lot. That okay, if I am asked
Oh.
what are my favorite films, what would I answer? Okay, so again, like as an Indian, there is a thing in myself that I should actually like Indian films too. At the same time, English films, of course. So my favorites are quite mixed up, but I'll just name a few which really impacted me. I won't say my favorites, but just they really impacted me a lot. So they are a favorite in my heart. I guess Jojo Rabbit. It's a film by Taika Waititi, and it was released in 2019, I think. And it's based in World War II and childhood and all those kind of things. It's pretty interesting. So Jojo Rabbit. There's also a film called Banshees of Inisherin. It's an Irish film, and it really talks about loneliness and existential crisis and people changing as a whole. They just change, yeah. So it's about that. And there's also a film called Loving Vincent. It's about Vincent van Gogh, and it's absolutely completely hand painted. Like the whole film, it's animated, and every single frame is hand painted, oil paintings.
अच्छा.
Yeah, so it's kind of a tribute to Vincent van Gogh because, of course, he was an artist, right? So this is a kind of tribute to him as artist. So this film is constructed, and it's very special to me. And there's also one called Tick Tick Boom, which is about an artist just trying to find out who he is and what he wants to do with his life, and if his art really just is helpful or not. And there are also many Hindi films from India which I absolutely adore. Thanks to my mother, she made me watch those films. The first one is Anand. There is also Do Bhiga Zameen and Pyasa. So these three films are just very special to my heart, and the rest of them, of course, the ones I told you about. So yeah, my favorites.
आपने बोला था कि बुक्स ने भी एक बड़ा रोल प्ले किया है आपकी लाइफ में, राइट?
Mm-hmm.
क्या आपको कभी ऐसा लगता है कि रीडिंग बुक्स इज़ मोर प्रोडक्टिव दैन वॉचिंग मूवीज़? क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा फ़ील करवाया गया है आफ्टर बीइंग ऑन सोशल मीडिया फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम कि रीडिंग बुक्स इज़ जस्ट बेटर जनरली दैन वॉचिंग मूवीज़. आई डोंट नो व्हाई, क्योंकि बोथ मीडियम्स आर बिल्ट फॉर डिफरेंट थिंग्स, एंड both things, if we reflect on them, they can be productive, right? Because they teach us things. बट फिर भी मुझे nagging फीलिंग आती है हमेशा पीछे से जब भी मैं मूवीज़ देख रहा होता हूँ कि इट वुड बी बेटर इफ आई एम रीडिंग अ बुक. आपको कभी ऐसा लगा है?
मुझे कभी लगा नहीं है, बट आई अंडरस्टैंड कि लोगों को ऐसा लगता है. बट मेरे हिसाब से दोनों एक्सपीरियंसेस बहुत डिफरेंट है. बुक्स को रीड करना एंड फिल्म्स को वॉच करना, ओ माय गॉड, कंप्लीटली डिफरेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस. बिकॉज अगर आप देखो उनको जिस तरह से बनाया जाता है, a book is written by a single author or even two authors at the same time, they just collaborate. So the books are actually written, a person sits down and writes a book with all the dedication. It takes years, and it's a whole different process, while making a film is a completely different process. So the process actually shows in the film or the book, and so does the experience. The both of them are quite different. So I think, yeah, I am sure that some people think oh, अगर films देख सकते हो books की जगह, तो क्यों नहीं देखते, है ना? And it's quite unproductive ना, उससे कुछ सोच थोड़ा सकते हो, आपका mind polish नहीं होता. It's just a film, it's just for entertainment. And but nah, I really don't believe so personally, because in my life, films have really helped me become who I am. I'll just tell you this straight. They have helped me become who I am. They have made me think what I think. And they have really kind of carved this mind inside of me that I have, because they really taught me what humans could be, what the complexities of just living can be, and what kind of characters there can be in our lives, just like we see in the films. And I think just the appreciation that I have for the process, how it is made, the films, that just really makes me love them all the more. Because just to think that someone actually thought that instead of doing anything that they could possibly do, they wrote a film and they put it to the screen. Like they took all of that effort to make a film. Like that itself for me is a great idea. So I just really appreciate films a lot. And as far as it goes for books, yeah, like you have to actually take a time for reading the books, and pick the books and films which are fruitful, because many people, they just think that, oh, it's just for entertainment. For films, they just watch them for entertainment, and they haven't, most of the times, they haven't really watched a film which actually goes into the deep complexities of things. Like, they just have watched the plain comedic or even action kind of just at the surface level, but that really doesn't touch down into the things that I prefer. So I would really suggest that those who think that way should actually try new films, even if they might find it difficult. They should try new films, which actually are kind of pieces of art, and yeah, they should just really try to do that, because there are certain films which just make you think entirely about your own life. It's very, like, it just depends upon the film, the film and the book. There are good books, there are good films, and there are bad films and books too. So it just depends upon the one you pick. So yeah, but I'm not saying that, like, the films which are made for entertainment for theaters and people, they are bad. Not at all. They are important too. They are very important, because in our for a busy man who's working 9 to 5 every single day, a simple film which doesn't really make them overthink about their own life, that's very important too. So yeah, they're all important, but it's just that people should really be accepting to more ideas.
अगर किसी को ये पॉडकास्ट बहुत अच्छा लग गया हो एंड किसी को आपसे बात करनी हो, वेयर शुड दे फाइंड यू?
Okay, you can find me on Truly Cinephile. That is my film account, where I post my reviews and just anything about films that I generally like. So that's where you can find me. You can just talk to me there. I love talking about films. So you can find me there. And I also have a personal account which I will not share up with you. No. So yeah, but you can find me on Truly Cinephile. Yeah, it's on Instagram.
अगर आपको वो एपिसोड अच्छा लगा, क्लिक हियर फॉर सम मोर एपिसोड्स जस्ट लाइक दैट वन. एंड अगर आपको पूरे एपिसोड्स देखने का मन नहीं है, इधर देखिए फॉर सम ऑफ द बेस्ट क्लिप्स फ्रॉम दिस एंटायर पॉडकास्ट. अभी भी यहाँ पे ही है, क्लिक करो, कुछ तो क्लिक करो यार. ये अच्छा लगा ना, वो भी अच्छे लगेंगे.